managed it. Oh, I think you can't tell when it goes live because there's this line that goes across the screen. I think we're there, and we've managed to get online with the visualizer, which is going to make it a lot easier. So welcome to our early years. So if you're 3, 4, 5 or 6, or you just like to play doing art and just do a bit of play with maths and learn a little bit more about maths, then you are in the right place, as they say. I'm just going to get my, oh, you know what these are, don't you? Oh, that keeps changing. I'm just going to get this on here so that I can see if anyone's making any comments, and I can, if you want to say hello, give me some hearts and some likes, and I will see your hearts and likes, and I will say hello. And if you put a heart in a comment, I'll see your name. And I'll be able to say hello to the person that's with you. If I can just get into the groups and making maths fun for kids of all ages. And there we go. And let's see if this is going to appear. That's an hour ago. So let's see if this shows up. If it shows up, I'll be able to see what you're saying. If it doesn't, I won't. And that's life. That's life on the internet. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do, my phone just fell over. Put that further over there. Further balanced over there, further balanced over here. Fingers crossed. Right, what we're going to look at is, ta-da, shapes. Now, it's going to start off looking like this, and there are grown-ups, there's a link in the I've linked it to the announcements above, so you can print this out, which will look like this. You can start with this, or you can draw it yourself. So I'm just going to, now, if you're a little person, you can draw it yourself too. You can use a ruler, or you can just draw lines and just draw something that you think looks like this. It doesn't have to be exact, especially when you're little, but if you want some help from your grown-ups, what you can do is, what I've done for the big one, you can print this out, you can make a smaller one like this, but what I decided to do was measure the width of a piece of A4 paper. So that's about 21. So then mark down here, so that we've got a nice big one. Now you could do this on cardboard as well. You can do it on scrap paper so that you've got something nice and rigid to use as well. You can do it with, these are all great things to do with used paper, with old newspapers. I just don't have any left over, so I'm actually having to use new bits of paper, but I am reusing them and I am filming with them. So there we go. Now I've made a square. Every edge is 21 centimeters. Whoopsie, dropped it. 21 centimeters. 21 centimeters. I've got my fingers crossed here now. 21 centimeters. All the edges are the same length. Now, what I'm going to do here this time, I didn't do for the older children, I'm now going to cut it into a square so that we're quite clear that it is a square. And we're going to do a little bit of an experiment too. We're going to find out how we can be sure it's a square, because with a square, you don't just have to draw lines on it. You can fold it in half. Whoopsie. And when you fold it in half, again, you keep getting the same shape. There you go. Another way you can see it's a square. Now that line might actually be quite helpful to us when we open it out. Oh my goodness. Can you see any similarity between, where's the other one I drew before? Can you see where those lines are? Can you see, if you look at those two, can you see anything helpful to you there? So you can fold it. You can just fold it. See if you can fold it so that you make this. That's actually suitable for the older learners. That's quite challenging, but you can just fold this piece of paper and see what shapes you can make. Just play, just explore. I'm going to now, this is for the grown-ups, so we can just get this shape ready for you if you want to do it that way. So it's half of 21. That's for the older learners. Half of 21 is 10 and a half. That's for your older learner. I should have said that, should I? Silly me saying that. Not supposed to actually give you the answers, am I? Right, here we go. So that goes for grown-ups. Don't actually give them that. If you have someone that can work out what half of 21 is, please let them work it out. Don't give them the answer. And let them do this on their own. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly right. You can have older learners helping your early years if you've got older learners at home. And there we go. And whoopsie. There we go. It's not exactly right. But we've basically got a big cross in the middle going across, halfway across, diagonally across. And now that's a great word, diagonally. My 5-year-old grandson has really got that because he's learning to play chess. So he's learning to play how the knight moves, and he knows it moves one place forward straight on and then one place diagonally. So he's really got that word and he really enjoys it, and he uses it. He uses it in other conversations. Other people say, how did he get that word? Got it from playing chess. It's fine. We just play it on he's in Spain, I'm in England, his dad is in America. We just play it on an app, and we're able to play together and have conversations about how the pieces move, strategy. It's an amazing game. We don't expect anyone to win the game. It's not about winning the game. It's about working out, if you move that there, what's going to happen. And he's actually does better than me in terms of working out, oh wait, if I move that there and then that, he's already strategizing 2 steps ahead. And he's doing that with Mancala as well. So these are great games. So diagonally, absolutely use that word. And then what other lines can you draw on here, so that which shapes are the same, which shapes are different, what shapes have you got? Depending on the age of your young learner, you can introduce triangles, you can cut out the triangles, you can cut out all the different shaped triangles. But let's do that. Let's cut out this, well, before I cut it out, yeah, I've got the other one, that's fine. I'm going to cut this one out, and you can actually lay the triangles on top of each other, and they're all triangles. This is a triangle. It's got 1, 2, 3 edges, and do call them edges. These are vertices and these are edges, and that way it saves confusion later on in life. That's an edge, that's a vertex, that's an edge, vertex, edge, vertex. Edges is the plural and the vertices is the plural. If they can say I'll say it to the camera, they can say Tyrannosaurus Rex, they can say vertex, vertices, and edges. Right, let's put it down here again, see what we're doing. Woo! The visualizer decided it wants to fall over. So we've got 3 triangles, and they're all different. So what's the same about them and what's different about them? You can explore that. You can cut them in half. See if you can cut them exactly in half. If you cut them in half, is each half the same? Cut this one in half. Is each half the same? Or how can you fold them? Find a way of folding them so that they're the same on each way. Let's find a way. There's some of them you might be able to, that's called symmetry. You can talk about symmetry. Some of them you can fold in half and they're exactly the same, two halves exactly the same. And some of them, you've got this one that's made up of 2 triangles. I'm not going to cut that one off because you can explore other things on there. And there's another triangle. And there's another triangle. And they all came out of 1 square. There's lots of ways you can do it now. And now here's another triangle, right? Now wait, hold on. This one's got 1, 2, 3 sides. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. In what ways, using 1 cut, can we make this into 2 triangles that are the same? And then maybe how do we make with 1 cut 2 triangles that are different? Now that's for slightly older learners, but you can still have the conversation. And if wherever they cut, I mean, if you tell, they can let them direct you where to cut. Doesn't matter what they've done. What matters is that you look at what the result is. Let's say you could have gone like this. Chances are that's going to happen. Have you made triangles? Oh my goodness, you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one, if you'd folded it in half, you'd have actually got 2 halves the same. But now we have 2. There's no symmetry. There's no way they can be folded so that they're the same. But I'm saying that, but you can explore that. You can find how can we fold that in half. Now they might be creative and innovative and just go, right, we'll just cut that. But that's good. If they decide they just want to cut it and make the two faces the same, let's say I'm just going to do that. They decide to do that, that's a solution they find, that is perfect, because they means that they've seen that both sides have both. That's why I'm using, well, now I'm saying sides, whereas edges, this is an edge, whereas this side and this side of the symmetry. Can you see where the ambiguity comes if I use the word side for this, and then we talk about this side and that side, it gets confusing. So this is an edge, and we've got the opposite sides of the mirror for the symmetry. We can talk about mirrors, and we can take it to a mirror and look at it on a mirror. So, and then with this, you can color in, you can draw extra lines, color in, just have general conversations and make art. See what you can make. See if you can make something using all these bits of paper, like a tangram. See if you can make shapes, what shapes you can make out of all these bits of paper. And then the other thing that we're going to do, and we're going to go revisit the exercise we did this morning, is if you make a geoboard. I've only just started because I'm starting the video and time ran out, so I didn't have time to finish. But this 5 by 5 dots is on the board, a bit of wood, and then we're going to put 25 nails in here, and then using elastic bands, you can just explore lots of different shapes on the geoboard. Again, my 5-year-old grandson, it was when he was only just 5 when he was doing it. He was exploring the shapes with a different shaped board, and he was loving it with the elastic bands, exploring all different shapes. I do have a video of that, and we'll be sharing that, but lots of ideas of what to do, and hopefully go play. Now, I don't know who's joined us. Let me just check now. Please do share the group with other people who are doing maths at home if you think it would be. Oh, I posted instructions. I forgot to post the instructions. Oh my goodness, there's some, what's it called? Subtitles on the one I did this morning. My goodness, modern technology. But I still don't see this live. So I don't know where it is. I can't respond to you if I can't see the live. That's really frustrating. Let me just have a look, see here. Oh, what's this? It just came up there and now I can't see it. Oh, here we go. Have we got any comments? Here we go. Salome again. Hi, Tejumade. Hi, it's good to see you. These are, I know for sure Tejumade works at AIMSEC, which is the organisation that Bubbly Maths supports in South Africa, and we're doing all these videos. It's kind of a collaboration. We're helping AIMSEC through Bubbly Maths is helping home learning all over the world, and Bubbly Maths through AIMSEC is helping create videos to help the teachers that are both oh dear, my brain is not happening. Teachers that already done the courses and the teachers that are to do the courses. So it's what AIMSEC provide is professional development for teachers, specifically in math, in the helping facilitate the learning of mathematics. And they do that it's based in South Africa, but they've taught teachers in quite a lot of countries in Africa now. The main cohort is most alumni are in South Africa, and a bunch of them joined yesterday. So excited, and Tejumade is on, who works at AIMSEC and is an absolute gem of a person, and everybody that works at AIMSEC is amazing, and we all have the same purpose to help. Essentially, the absolute essence of it is, and if you're still watching you're 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Some children won't be able to watch this because they're in a little village somewhere in Africa, or in a place where they find it hard, in areas where they have very, very small houses and things. And what our objective is, what we want for those children, is to help them through education so that they get a really good maths education, and all the teachers go for the courses to help make it better, so that they can have a chance at really having a life where they can choose to do anything they want to do. And one of the ways to achieve that is through becoming good and getting good marks in maths. So becoming a great thinker, more than anything else, becoming a great thinker, and maths help you become a great thinker. So wonderful, great thinkers. We'll see you again tomorrow at the same time, doing tomorrow's activity, which I have no idea what it is yet, but I will have finished the GeoBoard by then, so we'll see what happens. I don't know when we'll do the GeoBoard again, but it'll be all on there. It's all around, and then we've got the YouTube channels, and I know how you little people like YouTube. I know some of you are quite big now, and I know that you like to watch things on YouTube. And we have the Maths Toys YouTube channel, where you can learn how to make things like this, other different patterns with papers, and other some different activities to do, make different toys. It's got ideas there for you. And then the Bubbly Maths has got lots of balloons and soap bubbles, so you can play maths watch at least maths using balloons and soap bubbles, and there's lots on there to watch as well. So please do, and the links are up there, grown-ups, in the announcements. I will also add them onto here before I stop and keep going on to the next bit, which is the video for the GeoBoard. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow at 10, 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight is preparation for tomorrow, so you'll know tonight if you can watch that. That's 9 o'clock London time, 9 p.m, 9 in the evening London time. So if that for you is morning, then whichever way, wherever you are in the world. So 9 p.m. London time is preparation. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. London time is preparation. 9 a.m. London time is the session for. We do different ones. Sometimes it's primary, sometimes it's lower secondary, sometimes it's higher secondary. And then 10 a.m., 10 in the morning, London time, we have the early years session. Thank you for joining. See you later. And now I've got to work out how to stop this. Here we go. I've got it. I found the right page. Bye-bye.